everyone. This is Movie Man Chad.
I'm Kat Sheridan at the Dark Knight Rises screening.
Yeah, we're over here in Irvine at the IMAX Irvine Spectrum. We're going to enjoy the Dark Knight Rises in the true IMAX experience. Looking forward to it. We'll have a review after we see the film, right?
Right after, so check it out. And check out the Dark Knight Rises. Batman.
Batman. Hey everyone, here's our review, me, MovieManCHAD, and Kat Sheridan's review of The Dark Knight Rises, the brand new Christopher Nolan film, the last film in his trilogy of the Dark Knight trilogy. There you go.
It means 3.
It means 3. I believe he's not doing any more after this, right?
No, he says that he's hanging up his bat wings after this one.
And I'm so glad he is, because in my opinion,
yes,
this is a great, perfect trilogy. I mean, maybe there's flaws here and there, but as a trilogy of films, this is, I couldn't ask for anything more.
Here's the thing. I watched Batman 1 and 2, and I
Now, which Batman? Batman,
no,
Tim Burton Batman?
No.
Okay.
The Nolan Batman.
The Nolan Batman.
So last night, and you're right, and I can't believe I'm agreeing with you now.
Well, we never done. This is our first collab review together.
We never agree.
I have known for 6 months. We've known each other for 6 months
that's
at least.
true.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Go. First collab review.
No, but this is the thing. This was like an opus. And it's not like Christopher Nolan hasn't made other opuses. Opusi, I don't know the plural of that, but it's like, it's a perfect movie in that it flows from one film to the last film beautifully. And in Dark Knight, Chris Nolan kept raising the stakes, and by the end you're like, oh my gosh, all this stuff is happening, and he literally did that. But with instead of just doing parts in a movie, which we did with this, like the entire Dark Knight Rises movie was just one big stake raise, and it just culminated in awesomeness. And then it had a beautiful gradual decline, but it didn't decline. I don't even know. It just It just.
We're trying not to give anything away.
Just
but yeah.
Exited gracefully. That's not a spoiler.
I know it's not.
It's not a spoiler. I'm just saying.
Just don't worry that we're gonna give anything away if you haven't seen the film.
Because we're not. Because I'm not supposed to do that on Chad's review. But it was so good. And what I love about this is that you see a director do all 3 films, and I love it when they stick it out, because it is just sort of like one continuous project. And I think that Nolan has refined himself bit by bit through all 3 films. You see his progression as a director of these films as well. And yeah, people are going to nitpick, and there's little things that make fun. You know what? Fine.
Well, that's fine. I mean, even the best films aren't perfect.
No, but to me, this was so for nothing. I mean, nothing in the world is perfect, but like this was such a perfect. And again, no offense to Avengers. Avengers was a great movie, but this was just.
This is no Avengers, though. I'm sorry. I wasn't a big fan of the movie, anyways.
The Dark Knight?
No, of the Avengers.
Oh.
So I hope that the Dark Knight.
No, I mean, it surpasses it 80 million times over. And again, no offense to the Avengers. I know people are like, it was the most amazing movie ever. No, this is sophisticated on a level that the Avengers could never be. I'm sorry, Marvel fans.
I have to agree. I mean, as much as I kind of had a good time watching the Avenger film, it never had the emotional power that has been brought to this trilogy of films. I mean, Christopher Nolan is one of my favorite directors, and I'm so glad that he's around. He's been making films for the last 12, 15 years.
Yeah.
And he never ceases to amaze me.
Yeah.
I mean, I love how it feels, everything feels so real. It looks like you could actually go there. I know he filmed in cities, and there are definitely special effects and stages, but everything looks so real that I want to go there. I want to experience these things. That's what I want when I see a movie. Even if it's the most fantastical film, I want to...
You want grounding. You want to be grounded.
I want to get grounded in some reality, so I can go, I want to go there.
Well,
some way or another.
It's so difficult to do a film where you take a dude in a costume and a very over-the-top costume in some ways as well. I mean, I think Batman had a velvet cape in this one, and it was rad. He looked sexy. But it was a dude in a cape that looked like it probably was velvet.
Yeah.
And make it so real, and it's so well motivated. It's like, oh yeah, I see why this billionaire playboy did this. I see why he did. I see why Catwoman, this cat burglar. I see why there's theatricality.
There's always given like some sort of reason.
Yeah.
For it, and I like that. I appreciate it. It's just like it feels like it's important, but I feel like I as an audience member, I want to make sure I want to make sure that I make it feel important to me. And sometimes you go to the movie and it just feels like they're not even trying. They're not even trying to excite me or show me something new. What's great about these movies, yes, we know the Batman character. We've seen him done before. He's been around, I don't know how long, but a long time the Batman has been around. And just to see these group of films, and every one film stands alone. It's not only a great film, but together. I mean, I look forward to the day, just like the Lord of the Rings trilogy or the original.
You can own all three.
Yeah,
and it's just one big amazing movie.
And the original Star Wars trilogy, the originals, you can actually sit down there and watch all three of them and enjoy them. I don't know how long we've got left, but I wanted to just talk really quick about the performances by everybody there.
Yeah.
I don't know if, since it's an ensemble piece, it's not like The Dark Knight, where you definitely saw Heath Ledger shine. He was definitely there on screen.
He was a big part of that film.
With this film, if they gave out an Oscar, it'd have to be like best ensemble
cast.
Because I was watching Gary Oldman, thinking,
oh yeah,
give him an Oscar or nomination. I'm sorry, give him a nomination.
He's such a good actor.
Or watching Michael Caine, even though he's not in the movie very long, sadly.
He was so strong. He's
Michael Caine, and that's another thing. I love that because the performances are so strong, and it's just these great actors. It gives the movie so much cred. You really care about the characters.
When you have excellent actors and then an excellent, I mean, you can make magic. A great director, really excellent actors, and a good script, you can literally make magic. And Chris Nolan, that's exactly what he did. The performances, even Anne Hathaway, again, Catwoman is known to be a sort of more, I wouldn't say over the top character. I wouldn't say over the top character, but sort of, she prances around and she's very cat-like and she's very sexy. Hathaway did an homage to all the things that are great about the previous Catwomen, but she grounded it in her own reality.
And I think people who may not like Anne Hathaway really like her in this film.
I think she'll really like her in this film.
Yeah.
I enjoyed even her comedic skills were really well done, very subtle and very funny, and she looked great. Her butt looked it did. Her butt looked great in the cat suit. Good job, Anne Hathaway. Good job.
I liked her. They definitely gave her enough reason to be there. They have a good reason to be there and have such purpose.
And she and Bale had really nice chemistry. But everybody, Morgan Freeman gives a good performance in this. Marion Cotillard.
I'm glad you said that because I can't remember her name.
It's okay. She's such a strong actress too. And
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Joseph Gordon, you have made a transition from indie films to a big budget blockbuster, and you did a fine job, sir. You did a fine job. Listen, it's hard to be a young man and to hold your cred among older and amazing actors, and he was very, very good. And Tom Hardy, yes, it's true.
Yes,
he couldn't be. It was difficult to understand him a little sometimes in The Mask. But when you needed to understand him, Nolan made sure that you knew exactly what he was saying. And some of the almost Vader-like quality of The Mask was so menacing that and he didn't have a Latin accent, so what? It's a different type of, it's a different Bane. It's Nolan's Bane. Tom Hardy did that. He had a mask on his face the entire movie, and he was menacing as all get out. He did a dang fine job.
I mean, this movie don't want to give anything away, but I have to say the last hour or 45 minutes of the film, I was literally on the edge of my seat. I broke down like a little baby.
There were a couple of scenes between Alfred and Bruce where I'm like, I never cry. Were you kind of tearing up?
That part,
because I straight up kind of several times I started wanted to cry a little bit.
Oh yeah, I mean, that's what I love. I mean, I want to be. I'll be honest with you. One of the big things I need when I go to the movies, I want to be emotionally involved.
You got to connect.
I need to be visually stimulated, but I want to be emotionally involved, and that's what this movie did. And I'm glad that Christopher Nolan has made these 3 films, and now he's moving on because he's just a great storyteller and also a great filmmaker.
And no, it melts together perfectly. I do not want him to touch this movie again. So many directors will start to suffer from fatigue, and Chris Nolan actually said, "I don't want to get fatigued with this movie. I don't want to suffer from the third movie syndrome where the directors they're just done with it and they get lazy." And he did not. Thank you, and and Christian Bale. Yes, people have spoofed the Batman voice, but you know what, Christian Bale, you're a hell of an actor, and thank you for giving us this take on Batman. I think you did a great job. I love to see a gritty, independent, art, just almost art house actor take something like this and make it, again, as Chad said, the theme of it, so emotionally grounded. See this movie. I know I've given good reviews to it. This is.
Do you have a rating at least to give it, or are you not?
I give it 100 awesomeness. I give it 100 awesome points.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Out of a scale of 101 awesome points.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to disagree with you.
Okay. All right.
I'm just gonna give it a 4. Because that's just how as high as I go.
That's so lame. That's so lame.
I'm sorry.
That's why do you have to insult it by 4?
I don't give 5 stars. I'm not renting hotels here, baby. Okay, so anyways, yeah, I'm gonna give
100
this.
awesome points.
I'm gonna give the film 4 stars out of 4. My highest rating. It's the best film I've seen this year.
Easily.
Next to well, I don't want to mention the other films, but there's some really other great films out there.
There have been some really good stuff this year, but this
is a great trilogy. It's a perfect trilogy in the sense that we'll remember it forever, just like we remember the Lord of the Rings and the Star Wars trilogy.
The Star Wars trilogy.
Original.
Absolutely. The original Star Wars. They know. You know it's the original.
You're ready to say goodbye so we can go eat?
Chad is
with our friends. We did come with some friends today, so we want to acknowledge all our friends.
He's a gluttonous pig.
I want to acknowledge our friends first, at least?
Yes.
Okay, I want to acknowledge at least our friends that came here. We had Dean and his wife Lauren, Kat, and Derek.
Derek, the cameraman.
We had Troy and Steve. We had Mike and Dean's brother-in-law, Kara. Hopefully I got that right. So, Kara, whatever. So anyways.
So thank you for all the people that nobody on YouTube but us actually knows. Thank you.
I want to say a few things. Please go to Kat Sheridan on YouTube. I'm going to put all this in the description box below.
Please
subscribe to her channel. You can also like this video and comment below, and also like me and subscribe to me here on YouTube. We're both on Facebook and Twitter. And please go to welivefilm.com and subscribe right here on YouTube to what?
We Live Film!
Yeah! Bye!
Yeah! Woo!